Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have another cultural video prepared for you all. Now, for all of my Hindus out there, you'll know that SHIVRATRI, or the holiday that is dedicated to Lord Shiva, will be taking place in about a week from now. So in today's video, I wanted to show you guys how you can set up for a simple puja or a simple prayer to him on Shivratri Day in your own home. Now, I know we are all under a pandemic. A lot of us cannot do very grand celebrations, cannot go to our local temple or mandir to go ahead and celebrate. So I decided that I would share with you guys a simple setup that you could do at home, so this way you do not miss out on your own celebrations with your own family. So for anybody who doesn't know what Mahashivratri is, basically it is a holiday dedicated to Lord Shiva. And for anybody who doesn't know who Lord Shiva is the destroyer or destroyer of evil or ego in the Hindu religion. Now, everybody's celebrations during this holiday may vary just a little bit. Some people do very grand and elaborate pujas or prayer services, and some people, they just go very simple and pray at their own altars and make a little bit of parsad or pera to offer. And before we get into this video, I just have to go ahead and thank everybody over at Shakti Saree and Spiritual for sponsoring this video today. I've done many videos with them in the past, and there is many more to come. So I'm very excited for new collaborations, and especially this one. When you're going to Shakti and Saree and Spiritual, you're going to get the best customer service. You are going to get great items, unique items, high quality items, and you're going to get them at a good price. And besides all of the classic puja items that you would normally need for your prayer services, they've got amazing outfits such as this one that you're seeing here. I'm really enjoying this purple sherwani that they gave me. And you can also find amazing rudramalas and all kinds of other items there. And if you guys do not know where Shakti Saree and Spiritual is located, they're located at 12415 Liberty Avenue in Queens, New York. And during this entire pandemic time, they're making it much easier for all of their consumers and their customers because they care about you all's safety. Basically, if you give them a call, they can get all of the items that you need together, and then all you have to do is go and pick it up real quick. You don't have to browse around the store or anything like that. Now, if you guys not only want to see where they're located, but you want to get in contact with them or want to see their social media and all of that amazing stuff, I'll have it linked right down in the description box below this video. So whenever I do videos like this, I always tell you guys to make your sweets and your parsads before you set up anything. The reason being is because the sweets and the cooking process usually takes the most time. So you just want to get that out of the way so this way everything is prepped. And when you set up your puja place, you can have everything just to put down onto your plates and put down onto the place where you're going to do your puja at. So I don't know if any of you guys knew, but you can go ahead and get most of the items that you would need to put together your parsads and your sweets from Shakti Saree and Spiritual. So make sure next time you're shopping there for puja items, you also pick up your flour or whatever else you need to make these sweets. So I'm starting off by making my parsad. Now, this is a very simple parsad recipe. I'll actually be sharing a more in-depth video about how to make this, but basically it is just ghee and flour that is parched or cooked down really well. And then I'm going to go in with my milk mixture, which has the milk, some sugar, as well as my cherries. And I also added some raisins into here. It's very quick, it's very simple. You stir it up, and once it all comes together, this part is done. And just to give you guys more of a complete overview, I'm also going to be showing you some clips of some other sweets that you would make if you were prepping for a Shiva Puja. Now, usually if you're doing Shiva Puja, you need to make parsad and you need to make pera. Those are the two most imperative sweets that you have to make. Another sweet to make that is more on the optional side, but it is recommended that you make it, is some sweet rice and some puri. Now, the sweet rice is more so for Parvati, which is Shiva's wife. Any type of Devi that you are worshipping, you should always make sweet rice or some lapsi for. That's usually their desired offering. So we usually make a little bit of sweet rice and some puri, and we put it down in the same plate as well. And as I was saying before, Shiva Parsad is not complete without the pera. pera is his favorite offering, so we always make that whenever we are doing our Shiva Puja. So basically we take the carnation milk or evaporated milk and we mix it with sugar and we boil it down until it's nice and thick, and then we scoop them out and we roll them into balls, just as you see we're doing here. Now I have step-by-step and in-depth recipes for all of these different sweets on my YouTube channel already. If you want to see how to make them, I will have them all linked in the description box down below. And once you finish making all of your sweets, it is time to set up the plate to make an offering to Lord Shiva. So over here I have my tari, my gold tari, and into the plate I'm going in with my banana, I'm going in with an apple, some grapes, and I'm also going to go in with some sugar cane. Sugar cane and pomegranate seeds or anar seeds are sort of mandatory when you're doing a Shiva Puja. Those are his favorite fruits that he likes, so that is what we are putting in the plate alongside whatever else you would like as well. And besides all of those things, I'm also going to be going in with my puri and my sweet rice or my kheer. Basically you just take 2 puris and you would put a couple spoonfuls of the sweet rice in the middle, and then you would fold it over just as you see here. And you're carefully going to put it down on the plate. And then at this point I'm going on with my pera, and I like to go on with an odd number of pera. I'm doing 7 today. If you wanted to put more or less depending on your own preferences, feel free to do that as well. And I'm also going to be going on with a nice handful of the parsad that we made. Now I'm just going to put that in that empty spot there. And again guys, this is as per your preference. As I said before, the only things that are truly required are the pomegranate seeds, the sugar cane, and the pera and some parsad. You can go ahead and do everything else as per your own preferences. And as you're seeing here, I'm also going in with my pomegranate seeds or anar seeds. So once you get all of your fruits and all of your different parsads and sweets onto the tari, the only thing that you have to put on top is a nice fresh flower, as well as a dollar bill that you've washed, or you can put on a coin depending on your preferences, and then your parsad plate or your tari full of parsad and sweets is all done. Finish with all of your food prep and the parsads, you want to go ahead and wash your leaves and prep your flowers. So the first leaf that I have here is called a bale leaf, and this right here is used in Shiva Puja, especially when you're doing the Shiva Lingam Puja. And I have some pan leaves here. These leaves are usually put down in front of the god or goddess that you're worshipping with their different offerings right on top. And before you use them, you need to clip off the tip of it, and you also need to remove the stem from some hibiscus flowers as well as some madar flowers. And this is something that is integral for Shiva Puja as well, so you will need those. At this point, being that we finished all of the parsad and the food items, I wanted to go over all of the different items that Shakti Saree and Spiritual sponsored for today's video. So the first thing that you're seeing here are assorted shawls. Now these shawls can be used as offerings when you're doing your puja, or they can also be used to dress your murtis or your statues with during your puja. So they have all kinds of different sizes, they have different colors, and they also sent me a Shiva flag. Now this one's a peach color. Some people raise a purple flag for Shiva. Some people also do white or blue or green. Honestly, it depends on your family preferences and what you do. And then they also sent me a new type of incense that they have. And then they sent me some assorted malas. Now in here I have 2 flower malas, which is a blue one as well as a purple one. This is perfect to dress your murtis with when you are doing your puja or just for your altar space. Shakti Saree and Spiritual has a huge selection of different malas that you can buy for your own altar at home, so definitely check them out. And also they sent me a Rudra mala. This one is the one with 108 beads, so this one you can use when you're chanting and when you're praying. And the last mala that they sent me is another Rudraksha mala, and this one has the Rudra beads as well as the gold in the middle, and it has a Trishul at the end. That one is for you to wear if you wanted to. And they also have this thing in the store called Shiva oil. Now what I'm guessing is this is also used as your attar or the perfume that you would use during puja. It is just a different type. So this one's a really cool product that they have on hand now. And they also sent me the Shiva sugar. Usually when you're doing Shiva Puja, you would offer him some sugar of some sort. Remember I was saying before, he does like hard and sugary snacks. So sometimes people do offer sugar cubes. So they do sell these in the store as well. Now these liquid items that you're seeing here, they're going to be used for the Shiva Lingam Puja a little bit later. I just wanted to show you what they sent me, and I'm going to show you guys what fresh liquid you're going to need when you're doing your Shiva Lingam Puja later on in the video. But basically they sent me some honey, they sent me the sugarcane juice, they also sent some Ganga Jal or holy water that you would need to bathe the lingam, and they also sent some coconut water. And one of my favorite items that they sent me to use in this video today is this Shiva Kalsa. Usually during a regular puja, you'd fill this kalsa with water and other holy materials, and then it would be used during your puja. Now, for today's purposes, I'm not going to be setting it up with the mango leaves coming out and filling it with all of those things, just because this is a simple home offering that I'm showing today. But if you were doing a real puja, you can use this and you can put all of your mango leaves in it and fill it with the water and use it as you would use a normal kalsa. And I also just wanted to show you guys, before I get into all of the different sarjam items that they sent me, look at this beautiful chowki that they sent. This right here is a beautiful platform that you can set everything up on top of, and you can do your puja right on top of there. Now, as for the sarjam, or all of the different puja materials that they sent me, they sell puja packs in their store. So you'll get everything in one single puja pack, and honestly, it is a bang for your buck, and you get everything that you need in one package. So definitely check them out for that. But basically, what comes in this package is some cotton balls. They have some hawan samagri for when you're doing your hawan with the holy fire later on. They have a few diyas in there. They have your supari or your betel nuts, and they also have ghee in there. And besides that, they also have some incense or agarbati. And in that package also comes some dupe sticks, or the wood sticks to use for your hawan kund later on. They also have matches in there to light everything. They have wicks, and they sell many different types of wicks in the store. So if you have your preference of wicks to put in your diyas, they have everything you need. It also comes with a bottle of honey, because during the puja you would need honey for different things. And then it also comes with your chandan, some elaichi or cardamom pods, and it comes with gugul, and you have cloves, as well as some camphor. Now, if this small pack of camphor is not enough for you, they also sell all of these puja items as well as camphor separately and in bigger packs if you need it. And this also comes with some attar or perfume to be used during your puja. And in this package also comes some dye or haldi as well as sindoor. And they also have the muli, or the red thread that you would use to put around your murtis or your pictures that you're using during the puja. This is also used to tie around your hand when you're having puja. Whenever I'm setting up for any type of puja, I always like to set everything out so I know where everything is, and then from there I'll go ahead and organize it. So the first thing that we're going to organize is all of our puja sarjam and all of the little offerings that we're going to be using. So on a big thari that you're seeing that I'm using here, I like to put on a few diyas and then set out all of my different items to use within the puja. So in the first two diyas, I put my cloves, then I put my gugul, and gugul is almost like sugar cubes in a way. And I also went in with my elaichi or cardamom pods. And in the next three, I'm going in with my chandan, as well as my sindoor or sandalwood paste, and also my turmeric or dye or haldi. And I'm going to show you guys the last few items that I'm going to be putting down on this thari with the rest of the sarjam or the puja items. Onto here, I'm putting on that red thread or the muli. I'm also putting on some camphor. Now, one of the biggest tips I have for you guys that I forgot to show you is to take the camphor and crush it up, or cut it up into small chunks, so this way during your puja you don't have to go ahead and break it up. I also have my supari or my betel nuts, and I have that attar or the perfume. I put the honey down as well, and I'm also going to go down with some brown sugar and some white rice. And your last few items that you're going to want to place with all of the other puja items is some incense or agarbati, and if you guys decided to use it, you can use the Shiva sugar as well as that Shiva oil that is sold at Shakti Saree and Spiritual. The next thing that we're going to do is set up all of the different ingredients that you're going to be needing for the Shiva Lingam Puja. Now keep in mind that everybody does this just a little bit differently. This is the way that my family and I do this practice. So in one of the cups, I've added in some yogurt. You want to make sure it doesn't have any salt in it. I'm also going in with some ghee in another one. And in another cup, I am adding in some honey. And in the next cup, I'm going to be going in with some water. And then I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of brown sugar into it. Basically, we're making like a sweet water here as an offering as well. And once you mix that sugar and water really well, you're also going to need some sugarcane juice. And besides that sugarcane juice, you are also going to need some coconut water. And the last liquid that I'm pouring in here is some Ganga Jal, or the holy water. And the last liquid that I have in this larger kalsa here is some milk. This is what you might need throughout the entire prayer service or your puja, depending on how you are doing it, to bathe the Shiva Lingam with and to use throughout the puja. So here it is, all of the different liquids and ingredients you will be needing for your Shiva Lingam puja. Now, being that this is a simple home offering and not a big full-blown puja, we're not going to be setting up the Bedi with the dirt and the colored rice and all of that. If you were doing a very elaborate puja and you were raising flags and stuff, then you're definitely going to want to do that, and you can check out the previous video on my channel on how to decorate the Bedi. But if you're doing a small offering, just like how I'm showing you guys today, all you need to do is get a chowki or some type of surface. So I have the chowki that I was showing in the beginning of the video, and I covered it in a nice purple sari. You can use whatever color cloth that you want. And as you guys can see, I took my Shiva Murti and I put it all the way in the back, in the middle of my chowki that I've covered with that purple sari. And the next thing I'm going to do is right in front of the Shiva Murti that I'm using, I'm going to be putting my Shiva Lingam. And you want to make sure that it is facing the north direction. So get a little bit acquainted with a compass or your direction, so this way you make sure you put it in the right spot. And this part is optional. A lot of people will opt to make fresh flower malas, or some people will buy some of these synthetic malas with the flowers on it, as you're seeing here. But because I have them on hand, I'm going to put them on my murti today, just to show you guys that you can adorn them however which way that you want. And at this point, I'm just going to start to place some of the items that I have around my chowki here, or my puja place, so this way they can be readily available during your prayer service or your puja to Lord Shiva. So what I'm going to be putting right here in the right hand corner is the Rudra Mala. This is the one with 108 beads. And you would use this to chant Lord Shiva's name 108 times. The significance behind this is that Lord Shiva has 108 different forms or different names. And on the left side of my chowki, I'm also going to be putting a diya. And this right here is a little saucer, or you can use a small tari or gold plate. And you're going to put the diya on top. You're going to rest it on top of a little rice. And you're going to want to pour some ghee into your diya and put a wick inside. This right here is what you would use for your arti. Now we're moving off of the main puja place just a little bit so I can show you guys how to set up the Hawan Kund, or the holy fire. So as you guys can see, I just showed you guys a lota, or a gold cup that we filled up with some water. Throughout your entire prayer service, you might need a little bit of water for sprinkling and offering, so that's why you just want to have that on hand. So I'm just showing that off to the side there. And now I have my Hawan Kund, and on the inside, I went ahead and I lined it with some foil wrap. You definitely want to do this and don't really miss out on that, because it will help to preserve your Hawan Kund and it won't ruin the inside, and it'll also make for easier cleanup when your puja is done. Once you place that foil in the middle, what you're going to want to do is place a ghee soaked cotton ball or a wick in the middle of that area. And once you put that cotton ball down, you're going to go ahead and lay 3 pieces of dupe, or the wood sticks, all around it in a triangle formation. This is the way that it should be set up. And right next to your Hawan Kund, you're going to want to prepare all of the ingredients that you're going to have to offer into the holy fire during your prayer ceremony. So in a small tari, or you can use a small bowl or a plate or saucer, whatever you have on hand, you're going to go ahead and you're going to pour in some Hawan Samagri. And on top of that Hawan Samagri, you're going to be adding on a few cloves, and you're also going to put some green cardamom pods or elaichi pods. Then you'd want to add in some fruit. So I'm just going to put a grape on there, or you could put a couple pieces of crushed up fruits. And I'm putting on a little bit of the parsad that you made. And also you're going to want to add in a little piece of camphor. Now usually for any puja that you're doing, you would put all of your offerings in a palm leaf, as you're seeing here. And then you would set it in front of the picture or the statue of the god or goddess that you're worshiping. So being that we're doing a Shiva Puja today, I'm going to prepare one to show you guys what it looks like, so you know what goes in it when you're doing your puja. So I have my palm leaf here. I made sure to strip off the stem and also take off the tip of the leaf. That is very important. And then in it, I went in with a little bit of yogurt. I went in with a little pinch of parsad that I made. You can also put a little piece of pera. And I also went in with a little bit of honey, as well as a grape. Now at this point, we're going to be going on with a little spoonful or a pinch of the sugar that we added on. Again, like I said, some people use white sugar, some people use brown sugar. And after we go on with that, I'm going to add in a coin, and I'm also going to go on with a few cloves. And the last item that I'm putting in this palm leaf is a little piece of camphor. At this point, your little offering in your palm leaf is complete, and you can place it to the side and have it prepared and ready. I would also like to mention that if you're going to be doing the Shiva Lingam Puja, you're going to want to be preparing 2 of these, so one can be offered to the Shiva Lingam and one can be offered to Lord Shiva. And just like that, we are done with our setup. So on the left hand side, you're going to see that we have the Hawan Kund, a little lota of water for use during the puja, and we also have the Hawan Samagri with all of the ingredients. Coming to the front, we have the incense, the flag, if you are raising one. We have the assorted leaves, we have some flowers in the back. We have the plate of parsad in the front with all of the fruits prepared. We have our sarjam or the puja materials on the left hand side in that red plate. We have the items for the Shiva Lingam Puja on the left-hand side as well. And on the actual chowki or puja place where the puja is going to be taking place on, we have the Shiva Murti, the Lingam. We also have our Rudra beads for chanting. We have the little offering with the palm leaves and the ingredients. We also have our Arti Diya as well as some cloth for offering as well. So if all of you amazing people made it to the end of this video today and you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give this video a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet. Remember, if you're clicking that red subscribe button, you become part of the Matthew's Guyanese Cooking family. And if you click that bell notification icon, you're going to be notified every time I post one of my newest videos. And of course, you got to keep dropping those comments down below. If you would like to see more cultural videos such as this, or different types of puja setups, or any type of video that you would like to see, drop a comment below. And of course, any type of recipe that you want to see on this channel, leave a comment below as well, and I will get to it as fast as possible. Again, if you want to shop for any of these items, whether it be clothing, jewelry, puja items, anything that you can foresee yourself wanting or needing for your next puja, head on over to Shakti Saree and Spiritual, and I'll have all of their information, like I said before, in the description box below. And yeah, that's it. If you guys enjoyed, I'll see you guys again very soon in one of my next videos. Bye everyone.